Welcome to the Ajax Community Center for some under 14 AAA Oshawa Generals taking on the Ajax Pickering Raiders. Your goaltending matchup, Hallett is at one end for Ajax and Parker Shaw is in goal for Oshawa. First shot on net is going to the front of the goal and gets tipped wide. Arsenal is going to try and keep it in, back in behind the net. First little bit of pressure here comes to the Raiders, but taken away there by Gallinaro as he takes a bump there at the penalty box area. Wrapped around the boards, knocked over the stick there of Sterling, and picked up there by Nation at his own end. Nation tried for the pass there to the other side as he looks to flip this up, puts it into his own bench, and out of play. Face-off now is coming off to the left of Parker Shaw and gets won by Oshawa. Hard around the boards against Bartlett as he tried to start it out. Jacob Bartlett with a lead pass, gets tipped in the length of the ice by Braden Davidson back in the left side. Trying to win that battle here in the corner and get kept in there by Kobe Heyer. Heyer will keep it in and fire it right back in behind the Ajax net. Around that right side now from behind the goal. Around it comes again. Davis is going to try and keep that in from the blue line. He got some help in behind him as Davis took his spot. Bartlett puts that back in behind the net. Played over a minute now here in the game. Ajax had the first big scoring opportunity from the side of the net. It just got tipped wide. But now Oshawa looking for their first. Chapman's on that loose puck. Getting around the defender. He tried to set up Bluin from the line. Then that shot goes wide. Picked up here by Ajax. Heyer will move it out. Here comes an opportunity now by Bluin with a pass. His intended pass hit the bench and didn't go anywhere. Here comes Riley Brandt. Brandt puts that back into the corner and then takes a hit in behind the goal. But he gets some help in behind the corner. With Max Hutchings who puts it in there on the backhand. From behind their own net, Ajax will move it over here to the other side as they look for an open lane and get it out. Good knockdown there by Max Hutchings, who puts it back into the Ajax end. There's a tangle up there between LePage and Conklin at center ice. LePage gets back up and goes off to the bench. That's going down the ice. Zach Nish. A rolling puck. He'll take it back in his own end. He's getting some company back there, so he clears it away, and Max Hutchings tips it the length of the ice past Arsenault in the corner. Ajax will pick that up. Hutchings is off there to the other side with Gallinaro. Pick back into the zone here for Arsenault now. Hard around the boards here for a chance over the stick of De Silva. De Silva trying to pick this up again here with Peterson at the other side. Taken away by Dobbs, who flips it away up through center. Back into the Oshawa end it goes though. Zach Nash off the boards there for Sterling, who picked it up. He goes for a stretch pass for Dobbs. It gets read well by Farmer at center ice. Around the boards it goes. Here comes a chance now to bring it in with three. Generals up over the line with Chapman. Chapman is in, and it's offside. Chapman's going to take this draw now. Won by Ajax as they try and move this up through center. Dumped the length of the ice by Nessens into the corner. Hard around the boards here for Owen Dobbs to tip it out. He'll tip it past Arsenault, up through center and back into the Ajax end, who goes for the backhand. Owen Dobbs tried to knock it down. Back from their own end comes Farmer as he tries to split through. Farmer loses control of it to Kobe Heyer behind the net. Hard around here for Owen Dobbs. He'll not get to it. Back in their own end, they come after that. Out and not out of the zone. Good job there by Emerson Davis. Held that in. It's off to the left side. Trying to get it back here to the line as Jackman went in there for a hit. Back off to the side here for Street behind the goal. We're getting our first penalty coming up here in the game. And it's going to go to Ajax for head contact. Jackman's going to take this big offensive draw to start off this power play. He'll take it against Bouchard, who steps in there for Ajax. Trying to get it back here to the line for Ethan Sterling. Tip past him. Here comes the chance now up through center. Bringing it in there was Giannoni with a pass. In! Great stop there by Parker Shaw. Bailing him out. As it's a big short-ended opportunity there for Ajax that gets stolen aside. And that was a 4-minute penalty to Ajax as well. So now they get to work on that. As Hallett was sliding to his left, he knocks the net off the moorings. Braden Davidson will come in here now to take the draw. It's going to be in some feed area. Sterling's coming after it. Cleared away. Here comes the chance now to go with it for Ellis. Ellis short-handed, another breakaway. Left pass stopped this time by Shaw, who's got his number from the side of the net as Parker Shaw once again comes up huge on a short-handed opportunity by Ajax. Face-off is off to the left of the Oshawa end. Back into the zone it goes for Elliot Bluin. Bluin from behind there will move it away for Hutchings. Max Hutchings will tip it to the other side as that's LePage coming after it now. Dumping it up. That was in some feet over there against Dobbs as he takes a bump. Back from their own end, it now comes for Braden Davidson, who tries to bring it in. Stolen by Ajax and dumped down the ice. On goal there for Parker Shaw to steer it off to his left. Bluin will fire it over here to the other side now for LePage. From out of his own end now comes Elijah LePage to try and start something on this power play. Starts it from center and dumps it in. All the way back into the corner. Max Hutchings against Arsenault as he tried to take it away. Dobbs is waiting out in front there for a pass. It goes back to the line for Elliot Bluin, who keeps it in. The shot on goal is scooped up there by Hallett and hung on to. Face-off is off to the right. Won by Oshawa. Back here to the blue line. Bluin will push this off to the corner out of the reach of Bartlett. From behind the goal, Chapman and Bartlett battling at it to try and get the puck free. He walks it out back here to the blue line for Bluin. Can't shoot. Tried to get it for LePage, who kept that in nicely. Pushes it off to the side for Jackman now. Ethan Jackman from behind the net will keep control of it. He scored in the lone goal in the loss to York Simcoe. Trying to start something here on the power play on this Friday night. Back down low it goes into that right side. Bartlett and Chapman digging away at it. And Bouchard was in there for Ajax as well. That got cleared away. Right back into the Ajax end it goes. From behind their own net. Trying to do something here with the puck. Dropped it off and turned it over. Big save there for Chapman and another loose puck. They can't find it out in front of the goal, so Hallett makes his first key save here of the game. Farmer trying to get away, poked past him. Over here now for Ethan Chapman with a lead pass for Jackman. Jackman's going to try his quick release. Remember the goal he scored here in Ajax. It bounced off the back end boards and came back out in front for a goal. Jackman tried to put that back in behind the net now. Street will fire it around. Davis isn't going to keep that in as it hopped over the stick. Right on goal. Hallett will kick it off to the left. Ajax will clear this away. There's a nice shot there by Emerson Davis trying to pick it up. Here comes a chance now for Riley Brandt from his own end. Brandt will get it over here to the other side as they look for a lane for Gallinaro now. Mason Gallinaro from behind throws it up in front. Braden Davidson tried to come to the other side. Here's a shot. Just fired over the glove hand there of Hallett. Kept in here by Heyer and he fanned on it. He had Giannoni on him trying to get to that loose puck and couldn't. Riley Brandt dumps it in all the way past Cranny into the corner. Around the board, Zach Naish going to try and keep it in. He does with his left foot. 30 seconds left to go on the penalty now. Fired all the way down the ice. Right in on goal as it's going to roll right into Shaw. He steers it off to Naish. From behind his own net, he keeps control of it. Trying to start one more rush here on a power play. Ethan Sterling brings us up over the line now. He's got to get around Arsenault for the chance. Stopped away Hallett. And Dobbs can't get his hands on the rebound. Face-off now is off to the left. Back and behind the goal is Max Hutchings. Hutchings trying to get it back here to the blue line. Zach Naish. Shot on goal. Stopped there with the left toe of Hallett. Kicked it off to the left. From behind the goal, Owen Dobbs trying to get free. He's off on that right side to try and set it up. He has control of it as he tried to get it back there for Naish and now lost it. Cleared out of his own end, trying to dig away at it here. Smith is in there as well for Ajax to try and get it out. It finally comes free there to Nessens as he takes it behind the goal, looking for the hit and behind the net. Ajax get the opportunity to flip it out as it comes up through center, knocked down by Ethan Sterling. Hard around the boards up there for Hutchings over his stick. Back into the corner comes Sterling after it now. Sterling with a nice move. Gets it up here for Hutchings as they look for an open lane. That late pass was getting up there and brought in by Owen Dobbs, who can't split through the D. Hard around the boards here. Ajax have it in their own end as Arsenault is going to just skate it out. Arsenault through center. Flips it in. It's going to be a bouncing puck right in, and Parker Shaw with a blocker save. And then C. Smith in the vicinity and covers it up. Face-off is off to the right. Won easily by Oshawa. Here they come up through center with Mason Gallinero. Gallinero's in and just whistles it wide over the glove hand of Hallett. Into the boards. There it goes. Bartlett's digging away at it to try and get it free. From behind his own end. He can't tip it out of the zone. Good job by Chapman, who pushes it back in. Bartlett can't get to that loose puck, or he could have been able to cut right to the slot area. From their own end. Ajax get the opportunity to try and clear. Mason Gallinero takes a bump and pushes it in behind the net. From behind their own goal, Ajax will get this away. Good read there by Bartlett, who brings it in. Bartlett shot! Caught out of the air by Hallett, who will hold on to it. Face-off now is off to the left of the Ajax end. Rolled in on net, and Hallett, taking no chances, he'll cover it up again. Take another draw on his own end. Face-off now is off to his left, trying to win this draw. Fired back there from Jackman against Hire, and it comes out. Back into their own end goes Davis after the loose puck. Emerson Davis fires it around, and that's Braden Davidson trying to tip it out of his own end. Getting some help there on the other side. Davidson getting up there with Brandt, who dumps it in. Brandt trying to be the first one there on the puck in the corner. Around the boards, Davis is trying to keep it in. From the blue line, it gets taken away by Ajax from their own end. Looking for the lead pass through center. Dumped right in on Shaw, who's going to hang on to it. Big hit there by Farmer coming into the zone. Trying to dump this out of his own end, and that's Farmer with it again. Farmer dumps this back into the corner. From behind the net, Davis has got to see his man coming in there for the hit. Trying to tip this out of his own end. Kept in there by Craney with a shot. That gets easily handled. Jackman trying to get away. He's got to get around Craney. Jackman overskated the puck, or he could have been off to the races. That was a great opportunity there for the Generals, and Jackman just couldn't take the puck with him all the way to the goal. From behind their own net is Zach Naish. Naish will dump it up. That's over the stick of Hutchings, who gets it and flips it in. From behind their own goal now, it's Ajax with the loose puck. They turn it over, and Naish's shot gets blocked. Ajax come back with it again. Hard around the boards, up through center. Can't get it out. That's going to be an offside as the hands up there for an offside call. Sterling's got control of it. Ethan Sterling from his own end, trying to go end to end, flips it into himself as he puts it into the netting and out of play. Face-off is right here in front of us now between Chapman and Peterson. Chapman wins it right back out of his own end. Over the stick of Bluen, who comes back in his own zone. Elliot Bluen looking to fire this one away. A little bit too hard past everybody, and it's going to have enough mustard. No, it's not going to be an icing call. Goes the General's way, keeps it in. Elijah LePage pushes it off to the left corner. From behind the net, Chapman goes for the hit. LePage will keep that in here from the left side. And that gets cleared away up through center to try and get it to Smith. Jacob Bartlett coming after it as well. He poked it past Peterson, and that leads to Dobbs bringing it in. Jacob Bartlett with control, pushes it off to the right side. Bartlett gets a return pass and tries to walk it out. They've got a man sitting out in front. They were waiting for LePage to come in from the line. Coming around that left side now for Ajax to try and get it out of their own end. Knocked down here by LePage as they try and find that loose puck with Dobbs. Harder on the boards here for an opportunity now for Ajax. They'll fire this one out of their own end and dump right back in for Hallett to make that stop as he steers it off to his right. From behind their own goal now, the Raiders losing control behind the net as he lost his footing. Right in front, Hallett made that stop. Kept in here by Kobe Hire, though. Hire pushes it off to the corner against Arsenault. Over the stick of Hire and down the ice into the corner. Emerson Davis on that loose puck from behind his own net now. Davis will fire it away, getting it up through center for Hutchings. Trying to get to the loose puck. He chips up Bouchard, and the first General's penalty is going to come up, and it's going to come to Max Hutchings. Face-off is won there by Ajax. An opportunity now for Bouchard, not going to shoot. Pushes it off to the right side. Bouchard is off to the corner again. Walking it out. Coming in from the blue line now. He'll push it off to that left side. From behind, pushing it into the corner now. Bumped into Shaw, who loses his footing. Ajax keep control of it. Back to the line for Bouchard over his stick. Racing after it there is Elliot Bluen. Bluen tried to throw it up in front and couldn't get it there. From their own end, trying to stick to his man Giannone. Giannone will drop it off, and in they come. Farmer keeping control of the puck. He'll have it there at the line now, set it up for Bouchard. Bouchard shot, and he scores out in front of the net, and Ajax has scored first. Face off here from center. Trying to dump it in there. Where's Ethan Jackman into the corner? Trying to get it up in front here for an opportunity. Taking off the stick there against Naish. Fired out the boards by Riley Brandt, who puts it back in. From behind his own goal, they'll flip it away. That's going in against Naish as that's off into the left corner as it goes for icing. Face off is deep in the Ajax end. Trying to clear it away. There was Farmer through center and dumps it in. Back into the corner it goes here for Ethan Sterling. Sterling trying to win the battle in behind the net. It's back in behind the goal as they bump into it. Zach Naish will pick that up. Trying to get it away here for Davidson. It's a turnover off on the other side. Naish from his own end will fire it around. Trying to dump it out of his own end for Riley Brandt. Brandt got it up there for Jackman to try and get through. He loses his footing as it goes back into the corner. And that goes up into the Ajax bench and out of play. Face-off is off to the left of the goal. Cleared away here by Ajax as they dump it in. That's going over the stick and back into the corner here for Bouchard. Bouchard from behind the net will keep it back there, and that's going to do it for period number 1. A late Ajax goal on a power play puts them up 1-0 to go to the second period. Face-off gets won by Ajax to start it off, and Street dumps it in. Back into the corner goes Elliott Bluen after it. As we start off the second period from behind the goal. Right in front! Great opportunity from the side and missed it. Another opportunity here for Ethan Chapman from his own end. Late pass for Gallinaro as he brings it in. Mason Gallinaro had it swept away off its stick, and here comes Chapman in. Chip past Street back into the corner. Chapman tried to get on his man. From behind the goal, it'll get cut off here on the wall. Trying to push this back in behind the net again. Slapped around the boards here for Smith as he tips it away. Kept in here by Chapman as he pushes it back in behind the net. Hard around the boards here for Smith, who tips it away. Knocked down here by Elliott Bluen. Bluen's pass was up there for Hutchings, who tips it in. Max Hutchings is trying to win the battle there in the corner now against Cranny. And Cranny gets some help with Street. So in comes Jackman to help out. Back here to the blue line. Kobe Heyer. Shot on net. It's going in wide. Coming off to the side for Dobbs. He's trying to get it. Emerson Davis can't get one to the net. Smith will flip it away. Pass Davis back into the corner. All the way down for icing. Face-off now is off to the left of the Ajax end. Trying to win this draw from behind the goal. Wrapped around. Capped in there from the line by Heyer, who's trying to keep it in there. They got a man sitting up in front, can't get a pass over there to him. Kobe Heyer keeps it in. Hard around the boards here for Owen Dobbs. Dobbs will drop it back here for Davis again. From behind the goal, Jackman's going to try and get there as well with Dobbs. Jackman leads it off there for Dobbs in the corner. As Owen Dobbs tries to get away. He's getting some help there with Max Hutchings and Jackman, who's coming in there to try and get it. We're getting a penalty coming up. And this one is going to come to Oshawa. 4-minute penalty going to Heyer for head contact. Face-off is coming off to the right of Parker Shaw. Kept in here by Street. Straight to the other side now for Bouchard with a shot. The right pad stop there by Parker Shaw on that shot. Harder on the boards. Bouchard will keep it in. Bouchard over here to the other side now for Street. Street to the other side. Can't shoot. Bouchard's got it. Bouchard shot. Whistled it wide. Kept in here by Conklin now. Conklin will get away from the checker now and set it up for the Bouchard. Bouchard from the right side sets it up now for Street. Street shot. Stopped by Parker Shaw trying to find the loose puck. It's still loose on the left side. Trying to get it back here for Conklin now. Conklin's walking it out. Here comes a pass to the other side. Conklin gets it. Conklin pushes it off there for Street. Street out of front with a shot. Stopped by Parker Shaw. Still loose here from the side. Back here to the blue line for Bouchard. Bouchard. Shot. That is in through Shaw to make it 2-0. Faceoff gets won by Ajax and put back in the zone where Hallett makes a stop. Power play still going as they scored in the first 2 minutes of it, so now they get another full 2-minute power play. And a 2-0 lead to boot. Here comes Arsenault. Arsenault from his own end with a pass for Smith. Smith is bringing it up over the line with a pass up in front, and that gets stopped by Shaw from the left side of the goal. Cleared and not out past Nessens, who keeps it in. Nessens throws one to the net that gets taken away here by the Generals and dumped down the ice right into Hallett, who makes that save. Arsenault has it from behind his own goal. Looks to get around the defender as he moves it through center ice for the pass over here now for Nessens. Nessens will bring it up over through center and dump it in. Gata from behind the goal will pick that up. From behind the net, back here to the line for Arsenault. Arsenault can't shoot. Sets it up from the side, and the shot goes in wide. Got it, trying to get it up in front. Arsenault's got control of it. Arsenault shot right into the pads of Shaw, who holds on. Faceoff gets won by Ajax and back in the zone. Gallinaro trying to dig it out. From behind their own net, he fires it away. That's going to get kept in here by Sterling with a shot on goal. Kicked aside there by Hallett. From behind their own net, he'll fire it away. That goes into the netting and out of play. Faceoff is off to the left of the goal. Harder on the boards. Big hit there by Mason Gallinaro. Took down Sayadian from behind their own net. Gallinaro wait for the pass against Sterling. Sterling trying to get through on that right side. Takes a hit. Right in front. Stopped there by Hallett. Here comes Emerson Davis with a shot from the line wide. To the other side to go Sterling after it now. Sterling takes a hit in behind the goal as they try and get rid of it. Right in front of the goal. Kept in here by Ethan Jackman. Jackman shot. Not through. Right in front of the side of the net. Trying to keep it in there was Davis, and he will. Around the other side. Trying to get this loose puck here. Against Street on that right side. Coming up free here for Ajax. Flipping this away through center. Knocked down here by Sterling. Sterling with a lead pass over the stick of Gallinaro, and it's an offside. Faceoff gets won by Ajax in the zone. Back in behind the net goes Zach Nash, who fires it around. Trying to tip this out of his own end. There was Max Hutchings and can't get to it. From their own end, dumped in there by Bouchard, who fires it in wide. Zach Nash from behind his own net will tip it away over the stick of Dobbs. Nessens gets it and dumps it right in on goal, and Shaw handles that one with ease and now tosses it off. He thought about tossing it off, but he keeps it in his glove instead for a face-off. Face-off is off to the left of Parker Shaw from behind the net. Sterling trying to get this back in his own end. Tipping it away up through center, and here comes the chance. Owen Dobbs tipping it to himself over the stick of Nessens. Hard out and down the ice back into the corner. Parker Shaw will leave it from behind his own goal now. Trying to get this from his own end. Clearing it away there from behind his own net there was Braden Davidson, who puts it around there for a chance to tip it out was Max Hutchings. Sterling from his own end will fire this up through center. Arsenault with that loose puck. Arsenault will get it over here now for Nessens. With a late pass, they bring it in for Bouchard. Just over his stick as he rolls it in and just went in wide. Harder on the boards to try and tip it out. It'll be free through center and gets knocked down here by Arsenault. Trying to put it back in the zone. Flipped in over the stick as they try and get this back in behind the net. Farmer had his stick taken away from him. Back in the corner. Trying to get this out of their own end. Big hit on the other side. Nessens and Dobbs. Back in behind the net. Harder on the boards. Arsenault is going to try and keep it in. Here comes a chance to try and go with it, but loses it at the line. Shot on goal is in wide of the net. Parker Shaw trying to stay up against the post area. And it's poked into the net for a 3-0 lead. Face-off won there by Ajax. Nolan Hardy is now in goal as Parker Shaw has been pulled to the bench. Brought in here from Elliot Bluin with a shot on goal, scooped up by Hallett. Face-off is off to the right of the goal, trying to win this draw. It's back in the corner, knocked out and knocked down here by Elliot Bluin. Bluin will dump it back in. From his own end, his street was knocked down by Bluin, who will flip it right back in behind the net. In behind the goal is Cranny trying to get to it, and Bartlett as well. Coming around the other side here for Smith to try and get it out. It'll be cleared over here to the other side now for Cranny. Trying to dump this in, that gets knocked down. Trying to put this back in his own end from the penalty box area. Ethan Chapman's coming in there on the other side as they put it in. Hallett will put this back in behind his own net and leave it there. From his own end is Street with a lead pass. Brought in here by Giannoni, dropping it off. 2 more goals here for Ajax in this second period, Adam with a 3-0 lead. Jackman trying to get around Nessens, who blocks him off. From behind the goal now. Braden Davidson trying to win that battle as well. Davidson will pick this up and put it back in behind the net against Arsenault. Hard around the boards for Smith, who tried to tip it out. Good job by Bluin, but the shot got blocked. Jackman gets it back here to the line again. Kobe Heyer almost moved it out of his own end. That'll get fired hard around the boards to try and get it here to tip it out. Here on the other side there was Braden Davidson, who couldn't get it out of his own end. Another opportunity to flip it away. That's going to go down the ice and into the corner. Arsenault picks that up. Arsenault with a lead pass. That's knocked down here by Farmer, who brings it in over the left side. Farmer trying to throw it up in front. Nobody to give it to right now. Farmer goes back to the line for Arsenault with a shot. That gets blocked and comes back into the Ajax end. Clearing it out. And here comes Ajax's Farmer. Through center, dumps it into himself. Back into the corner. Emerson Davis was in a battle there against Ellison behind the goal. Here comes a chance to go with it. From out of their own end, he brings it in. Owen Dobbs flips it up and out of play. Face off there from center, dumped in here by Bouchard. Bouchard with a lead pass through center. Pushed back in behind the net, there goes Sterling after it now, fired around the boards. Trying to get it back here to the blue line against Brant. Chapman had control of it now as he puts it back in. A lead pass, hit Chapman in the back area, and it's a high stick. Faceoff gets one from center and trying to dump it right back in on goal. Hallett makes that save. Puts it off to his left. Sterling trying to knock it down. Right on goal. That goes over the left pad of Hallett. Nash trying to keep it in. Gets tipped away. Here comes Giannoni after it now. Giannoni trying to get through on the other side from behind the goal. He's in behind the net. There's Chapman and Giannoni from behind the goal. Trying to get that puck free. Zach Nash will fire it around the boards. Here comes a chance to try and get it out. Up there against Riley Brandt to try and tip it free. Street trying to put it in there on the other side. Zach Nash from his own zone will get it over here now for Sterling, who moves it up. Knocked down there by Bouchard with a lead pass. Here comes Conklin through center. Conklin will keep control of it now and try and move it out. He'll move it over here to the other side for Street. Street from his own end dumps it in. He hit his own player bringing it in. Nash takes his man off the puck. And then a big hit on the other side, up through center. Late pass. That's going over the stick, and Bouchard will tip it away. Back in the zone. Hardy. That's going to go over his stick from behind the net. Coming around the other side for Riley Brandt to try and tip it past Nessens. Gets it over here to the other side, and Owen Dobbs tries to bring it in. Loses it to Arsenault. Trying to get it out of his own end, and they do. Late pass from De Silva to Farmer. Farmer up in. That shot went in wide though. They get another opportunity to try and clear against Nessens as that's on that left side to try and get it out. Jackman digging away at it. Knocked down here by Kobe Higher in his own end. Around the boards gets kept in by Ajax, fired in wide over the glove hand. Kept in here on the other side by Nessens behind the net. From behind the goal, he's trying to do something here with the puck. Nessens had it and couldn't do anything with it on the other side against Riley Brandt. Hard around the boards, and that's going down the ice. Back into the corner as it goes for icing. Face-off is off to the left of Shaw. Higher fired around. That's going to be an opportunity now for Jacob Bartlett tipping it out of his own end. They'll get an opportunity to try and go with it here. On the other side was Jackman to try and dump it in. Ethan Jackman, he loses it there at center. Tip back in their own end. Is after it there was Kobe Higher, couldn't get to it. Here comes a chance now. Jacob Bartlett through center ice, brings it in. Bartlett, shot! Whistled it just in wide over the blocker hand of Hallett. Big hit on the other side. Knocked down here by Emerson Davis at center. Davis fires it to the other side now for Bartlett, who will tip it in deep. Back into the corner goes Bouchard and Street after it. Bouchard picking it around the boards. Bartlett trying to keep it in against Gatta on the other side. Gallinaro trying to dump it out. Mason Gallinaro getting it back to the line as the Generals are going off on the change. From their own bench area, trying to dig the puck free was Higher. And Hutchings at the bench. They're in a battle against Street. And that comes free and back in the zone. From their own zone now is Emerson Davis off the boards, tipped in. Here comes Ethan Jackman to try and get through. Shot on Hallett, stopped by Hallett with a stick as he puts it into the netting out of play. Face-off now is off to the right of the goal. Chapman trying to get it out. Elliott Bluen keeps it in and a shot. Hits the crest area there at Peterson. Bluen steps into it again. This one will get caught out of the air by Hallett this time and held on to. The third time that the Generals have seen Hallett. He's played in all 3 games between these 3 teams. This will be the last time these 2 teams play. Farmer, chance. Pass to the front of the net. Goes over the stick there on the other side. Chapman tried to put it back in behind the net now. From behind their own goal, trying to get it out of his own end. It's a pass there, tipping it through center. Here comes Ethan Chapman through center ice. Chapman from the slot area, can't shoot. Tipped away by Arsenault. Lead pass for Farmer. Farmer's on his own. Stopped there by Nolan Hardy with a right pad stop this time. From behind the net. Generals goaltending's doing good there on breakaways, but Ajax still lead this one 3-0 as a power play goal in the first period and a power play goal here in the second as well. And another one added after that has them up 3-0 from behind that goal. Trying to win this battle in behind the net. 25 seconds left to go on the clock. Here in the second period, Sterling can't, and he'll tip it out past Nessens. But nobody's going to get there in time. Nessens will try and clear it away. Braden Davidson kept it in and put it in deep. Arsenault from his own end will flip it away through center. Trying to knock it down there at center ice and couldn't do it. One more opportunity to come up here for Braden Davidson. It's dumped on net and gets blocked by Nessens. Jackman from behind. Can't do anything with the puck as he takes it in behind the goal. And the Ajax Pickering Raiders will take a 3-0 lead to period number 3 when we come back. Start off the third period with an icing call down the ice. Face-off is right here now, captain by Ajax. Gatta trying to get that back in his own end. Cleared away through center, knocked down here by Ajax from center ice. Batted in there by Gatta, back into the corner now. Sterling coming after it back in his own end, takes a hit. Coming around the other side now to try and get it out. Tipped it up there for Dobbs as he brings this up over the line. Dobbs can't get to the front of the puck as he gets cleared away. Back into the Ajax end. Bouchard with the lead pass for Smith. Smith's pass hit Bluen on the dump in as they try and get it back here to the blue line. Ajax enjoying a 3-0 lead here in period number 3. Here comes a chance now for Street to dump it into the right corner. From behind the net is Elijah LePage trying to get around the defender. Getting it from behind his own net, there comes Elliott Bluen. Bluen will backhand this out, knocked down there by Peterson who puts it back in. From behind their own net, trying to win this battle from behind the goal. Got it up there for Max Hutchings from his own end. Hutchings gets it over here for Dobbs who brings it up over the line. Dobbs can't cut to the net. Max Hutchings will and flip it off to the corner for Dobbs. Hard around the boards. Captain here by Kobe Hire from the line. Hire will fire it back in around the corner for Max Hutchings, who tried to do something with it. Cleared away by Ajax as he'll dump it away. Up through center comes De Silva, who dumps it in. Back in the corner goes Davis after the loose puck now. Davis fires it away as that's going down the ice. All the way into the corner. Hallett will come out here and play it, but leave it in behind his own goal now for Arsenault. Captain here by Hire. Good job by him. Kobe Hire tried to get around the defender as he drops it off. Trying to get it back here to the blue line for Davidson, who has it taken away. Here comes Ajax through center with Giannoni up over the line. He'll take a hit as he puts it off around the net. From behind the goal was Ellis. Here comes Conklin with it. Backhands it for Ellis. Back to the corner. Ellis is in that corner now, getting some help with Jackman to get that out. Jackman from his own end. Flip pass for Davidson as he was going off on a change. Nessens gets it. But it's a turnover to Jackman. Drop pass for Riley Brandt. Brandt through center ice brings it in. His shot is going off to the corner as they try and get Nessens on that left side. Kept in by Hire, a shot. That is in, goes in wide past Hallett. Off to the side. From behind the goal, coming around the net. Trying to tip this around the boards, and that gets kept in. Taking it from his own end and cleared out. Here comes a chance now for Giannoni to try and get free, but Bartlett holds him off, and Jackman skips it up behind. Jackman through his own end, brings it up over the neutral zone. Shot! Blocked away there by Hallett. Sterling coming off to the side. From behind the goal, loses it. That's going to go out and down the ice. Packed up here there by Jackman, who tries to fire it away. From his own end. Lead pass now for Gatto, who tips it off. Here comes a chance. Shot! That might have caught a piece there of Hardy as that goes over the net. Trying to get here for Bartlett from his own end. Harder on the boards here for Owen Dobbs. Dobbs trying to get it away from Peterson on the other side, who takes it off the net. Peterson put it onto the stick of Sterling, who comes through nicely. Ethan Sterling drops it up for Chapman, but his shot goes in wide. Bouchard puts it around the other side now. Trying to win that battle there was Dobbs on the right corner. Putting it behind the net for Chapman. Tipped off way off his stick. Around the boards it goes. Trying to keep this in here on that left corner. Back out and knocked down here by Sterling. He'll dump it right back in. Right after it there was Chapman trying to get to it and couldn't. From their own end comes Hutchings back in his own end. Max Hutchings will pick that up and fire it to the other side. They'll look for an open lane, but it gets knocked down here by Ajax. Trying to get it back here to the line. Dropped off by Smith. Here comes a chance now. Nessens at the front. Over the stick. Trying to keep it in. Arsenault's got control of it now. Back here to the blue line there for De Silva, who can't get to the front of the net. From behind the goal goes Smith after it. He takes a hit by Zach Naish. Harder on the boards here for a chance for Emerson Davis. Clearing it out here for Hutchings, who tries to get that puck through center. Over here on the other side, there was Ethan Chapman, who couldn't get to it. Arsenault backhanded away. Here comes a chance now. De Silva shot. Closing up the 5-hole there was Hardy and hanging on to it. Face-off now is off to his right. Winning it. Emerson Davis slaps it around. Bluen trying to tip it out. That went over the stick there of Nessens at the line. From their own end, getting it to the other side. Here comes a chance now. Flipping it up through center, just over the stick. LePage coming back after it in his own end. Trying to take him off the puck there in the corner. From behind the goal, it'll come around the other side. Captain here by Nessens, who can't shoot one to the net. Here comes Elliot Bluen. Bluen had it back in the zone. That was going to be offside. And they'll get the whistle. Faceoff gets won there by the Generals. Here comes a chance for Kobe Hire through center ice. Had it poked away off his stick against Conklin. Riley Brandt with a tip pass. Here they come. Bluen a shot. Stopped there by Hallett. From their own end on that left side. It'll go back in behind the goal now. Ellis picking it up and fires it away. Knocked down through center. Here comes Conklin through center ice. Conklin's up over the line trying to get three. Conklin got pushed off to the right side. Now we're getting a penalty coming up here. Second penalty of the game for Kobe Hire. This one comes for roughing. Face-off to start off this power play is off to the right of Nolan Hardy, kept in by Arsenault. Arsenault To the other side now, it's an opportunity here for Street. Street trying to walk this out, drops it off to the side. Trying to walk it out there was Farmer who drops it off. Street from the other side trying to put it in. From behind their own goal now, it's an opportunity to set it up. We'll set it back here to the blue line now. Here comes the chance. Shot! Might have caught a piece there of Hardy. Went in behind, trying to wrap this out in front. Taken away by Oshawa. Trying to start something short-handed as that went over the stick of Farmer. Owen Dobbs on the rolling puck to try and beat his man. Bouchard behind the goal. Dobbs is trying to win it in behind the goal. Taken away there by Ajax. Arsenault from his own end leads it in. Arsenault brings it up over the line but can't shoot. Caraglia will pick that up here for Ajax now. As Caraglia takes this from behind his own net. Behind the Ajax net is Caraglia. Back here to the blue line. Here comes a shot. Can't get it through. And all the way down the ice it goes. Hallett will come out here to play it. Leave it off there for Street. 50 seconds left to go on the roughing penalty to Kobe Hire as they lead it in. All the way out comes Farmer up over his own line. Through the neutral zone, he tips it to himself in the corner. Emerson Davis slaps it around. Nessens keeps it in. Nessens off there to the side, right in front of the goal over the stick. Back here to the blue line now for Cranny. Cranny can't shoot to the front of the net. He'll get it back here to the blue line again. Farmer. Farmer to the other side, trying to get a shot through the screen. Instead, Bouchard can't shoot one to the front of the net. Trying to get one right to the front of the goal. Taken away by Oshawa and backhanded out. Cranny picks this up in his own end. We'll drop it off here to the other side. Here they come up through center. Led out by Bouchard and Giannoni. Bouchard brings it up over the line. Can't shoot. Taken away here by Sterling, who can't fire it out of his own end. Picked up by Oshawa, who dumps it down the ice. High stick there, knocked down by Giannoni. Firing this away. Zach Nish tried to keep it in here from the blue line and got tipped away from him. Ethan Sterling from his own end. Hard around the net. Knocked down here on the other end against Cranny to the front of the goal. Right in front of the net. An opportunity. Stopped there by Hardy. Loose puck from the side is also stopped there by Nolan Hardy from the right side of the net. Trying to beat Cranny here to the puck is Max Hutchings. Hutchings. Chapman. Shot is going way wide. Chapman will keep this in again and fire it back in deep. Chapman's got that again here in the corner for Hutchings. Hutchings trying to win that battle in behind the net. Taken away here by Ajax as that done past Conklin. Back into the corner now for Ethan Sterling. Hard around the boards there to the other side for Riley Brandt. Trying to tip it out of his own end. From his own zone, he dumps it back in. From center comes Zach Nish with a drop pass. The lead pass is knocked down here from center by Street, who knocked it over. Bringing it up here to Silva to try and get through. He gets taken down by Max Hutchings. Riley Brandt takes a hit there in the corner. From their own end, they try and skate away with it. That lead pass was knocked down on the other side against Jackman now. From their own end comes Arsenault. He'll put it around the boards as Hire tries to keep it in. He can't. Knocked down by Emerson Davis, who tried to put it back in the zone. Exactly 5 minutes left to go here on the clock. Ajax holding on to a 3-0 lead, a goal in period number 1 and 2 goals added in period number 2. Smith trying to beat Jackman here to the puck. Jackman from his own end takes a hack, still on his feet, trying to get around another defender and bring it in. Finally loses it, taken away by Ajax as they bring it in. Farmer coming up from his own end, now brings it up through the neutral zone. Getting pinned there on the other side. Here comes a chance now for Nessens. Nessens gets away with it into the corner. Now sets it up in front, tipped away there by Ethan Sterling. Bluin trying to help out Sterling off on the right side. It's here for Smith, back here for Nessens. Nessens a shot. It's way and wide, kept in here by Cranny now. Cranny couldn't get to the loose puck. Around the boards here for Bluin as he's tipping it away through center. Back into the Oshawa end. Here on the other side there was Farmer to try and win that battle. Taken away here by Oshawa Sterling. Sterling trying to win this race against Ellis. Up over the line. He's taking one right to the front of the goal. And he gets stopped there as closing up the pads was Hallett. Face-off was off to the left of the Ajax end. Trying to win this back and behind the goal. Bartlett right in front of the net. Can't get one. Nash tried to get there on the other side. Tip past him. All the way back into the Oshawa end goes Emerson Davis after it, and it goes for icing. Chapman's going to take this draw that's off to the left of the Ajax end. Arsenault picks up that loose puck again, putting it back in behind the net to try and flip it away. He'll flip it out through center, and that gets knocked down by Jacob Bartlett at center ice. From their own end, tipping it back in. Arsenault will pick this up and try and fire it away. It'll be here to the other side as they try and put it back in here. It's a late pass. It's going over the stick. Trying to tip it in past Emerson Davis on the other side. Right shot. Right pad stopped there by Nolan Hardy. Tipping this away against Bartlett, and Arsenault kept it in. Zach Naish will put it over here to the other side as they try and get it over here for Gallinaro, batting it away. Knocked down from their own end. Davis now for Naish. Zach Naish will push it off to the other side. Taken away by Ellis. Shot. Scooped up, but Hardy couldn't get to the loose puck. Cleared out and down the ice. No icing, so Hallett will drop it off. They pass over the stick of Gata. Back in the zone, Kobe Heyer trying to stick to his man. He'll take him into the boards in behind the net as Gata gets rubbed out. Trying to keep this back in behind the goal. Taken away here by Generals. Lead pass for Max Hutchings. Hutchings shot. Caught there by Hallett, who holds on. Face-off gets won by Oshawa. Shot on net. It's going to go in wide. Max Hutchings coming after it in the corner. Hutchings trying to win the battle from behind the net. It'll go trying to get back here to the line. Taken away here by Ajax. From their own zone comes Giannoni, who flips it to himself. Giannoni takes his man into the boards as they try and fire it away. From in behind the net, Riley Brandt trying to get here on the other side. Kept in here by Ajax. Big hit there by Jackman at the line. Trying to get around the boards here for Max Hutchings. Turned over there to Street, who dumps it back into the corner. Face-off is off to the left of the Ajax end. Trying to throw it up in front. That got stopped there by Hallett in close. Trying to keep this in there was Heyer from center. Kobe Heyer from his own end will dump it in. Right back in behind the net. That goes over the stick of Arsenault and kept in by Gallinaro. Chapman went for the hit there on the other side. Tipped out. Racing back after it in his own end. It's going to be Heyer coming after it. Kobe Heyer trying to get around his defender. Loses it to De Silva. Trying to tip it past Peterson here from center and dump back in here by Cranny. Good job by Emerson Davis in putting it around. Cranny will keep this in here from the line and send one to the goal. Redirection by Smith is wide. Here comes Bouchard. Back in behind the net it goes. And we're going to get a whistle from behind the net. Here comes a chance now. Face off to the right of Nolan Hardy. One back here to the line. Put in there into the corner by Farmer. Cleared up into the Oshawa bench and out of play. Face off now is off to the left of the Oshawa end. Can be taken, beat deep in the zone by Jackman. Wins the defensive draw. Kobe Heyer gets it, slaps it around here. Knocked down here by Caragaglia. Caragaglia puts that back in behind the goal. Trying to get this back in front. Knocked down by Oshawa's Heyer. Caragaglia on him. That'll get knocked down here by Siadian from center ice. He'll take a hit there by Gallinaro as he makes the play. 40 seconds left to go here on this Friday night action in Ajax. Ajax Pickering Raiders are going to beat the Generals again. They're going to have 2 wins against the Generals and 1 tie. That's how this regular season matchup is going to be between these 2 teams. Oshawa should actually have a win between these 2 teams after the first game because they scored a goal that was definitely a goal and got disallowed in the first game between these 2 teams. Right back in behind the net. Wrapped around the boards, he takes a hit. Trying to get it back here to the line. It's Street pushing it back in behind the goal. Sterling will pick it up and clear it away. Knocked down back into the Oshawa end, and here comes a chance now for Kobe Heyer with the final shot on net, steered off to the left by Hallett, who celebrates his shutout as Ajax shut down Oshawa on this night, 3-0. Another chance for the Generals to get a win on this weekend will be on Sunday when they play North Central. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.